So Johnny Dupont, okay, was like George Washington from France. Like he knew Napoleon, right? They knew Napoleon. They did have topless dancers, fashion, silk, velvet, like a Damocles sword hanging over the head of every powder man. The dread of explosions. It was a nameless terror. Waking men at night to prowl at odd hours about the yards, observing things that would have been drawn scarcely a glance from less anxious eyes. Random sparks from chimneys, wind direction faintest indicating heavy skies that might bring thunder and lightning. The experience and keen watchfulness of Rene Dupont had held accents to a minimum in his mills. His workmen were sober, reliable, carefully trained. It could explode. He was like Napoleon Bonaparte. Doing business with stuff that it could explode. This is who they were. But no one could foretell when some small particle of saltpeter, sulfur, or charcoal would erupt in rebellion against the grinding, rolling, and pounding that processed it into black powder. There's like $7 billion or $8 billion worth of chickens in Lancaster to make some kind of gunpowder from their chicken manure. Can get like cardboard for your boxes, right? Well, these cardboard boxes, you get like a pot. They say get a big metal vat, like a garbage dumpster. Put the chicken manure and the cardboard in the big dumpster and burn it up. It turns into like gunpowder. Yeah, the building black. This is your business to make Astor's fortune in gunpowder for shooting animals, for furs and feathers. Exotic furs and feathers, that's how they made their fortune. March 1818, the master of brandy wine mills was in Philadelphia when a pallet. To be in Philadelphia where you could get a big dumpster of chicken manure next to Lancaster, get some cardboard to have thrown out, and get a dumpster and set on fire. Get a dumpster fire, make gunpowder, Yeah, they said they could. Messenger brought word of an overwhelming disaster. Explosion tore the older upper yard to pieces, destroying 5 of the 6 mills, 85,000 pounds of powder, killing the 34 persons and wounding many others. Including his wife, mother-in-law, Charles Delmas, galloping madly, Rene Dupont was at the scene within a few hours. He found his home, Lutheran mills, and those of many workmen reduced to ruins. His wife and Delmas were bruised and cut. 2-year-old Alexis, the youngest child, had miraculously escaped hurt amid caving walls and flying stones. Window panes were smashed even in Victor Dupont's home, Louviers, many hundreds of yards away, across the creek. So he's like Napoleon Bonaparte and Lafayette making gunpowder here, right? So Johnny Dupont's in jail, like they're still discussing this stuff. They're already here. They're already worth money, discussing a statue of liberty, asking for people who need help. The statue of liberty asking if they're poor, asking for help, okay? Really, people who already had stuff, So, Victor with his guests, so they're looking for people who need help, okay? So, there's people with money to do business, right? There's people with money to do business, to have a job, right? So they're discussing people who had money to do a job versus asking for help for all these poor people, right? That's what they're discussing. Victor with his guests were keen to Grouchy, the foremost marshal of Napoleon. So they're here. Still here in prison. They still exist. They're still here. They knew like Napoleon about the time of the Revolutionary War. They still go to war. Stuff still happens. They still have explosions. So they still exist up here. Looking to say they already had stuff to do people like work at a job. So they still exist with money to go buy you out. Buy you look right here, Coming to the time. So fashion was a business. Silk. Silk is mulberry trees and silk silk linen. Linen grows up here in Pennsylvania. You make paint, and you can make linen for fabric. They did that for years. So white women married to the man were making their own linen, right? People with their friends were trying to buy and sell, and they tried to have money to do business, but it didn't matter, huh? So American women came over, make their own linen, have their own fashion book. They try to make and sell products to like do business and buy and sell, but they're really like Napoleon. Yeah, stuff still happened, like in Philadelphia. Still explosions, huh? So they're white, try to do business, try to learn English to be an American, see? The Americans who were French, who were like Napoleon, trying to do business and have money, right? Try to do business to like France. There's millionaires all over the world, right? They tried. The Astors made their fortune in furs where they sold gunpowder, huh? Herman wish was never fulfilled. The load he pulled was too heavy to ever fully clear. So there's risks involved, but then they had some money, but it was risky. Washington, huh? So they had some money, but it was risky, and people did die. So they tried, huh? Hezekiah Niles, I don't know. So they had these books for what they tried to buy and sell. Didn't work out so good. He's in prison because he was like Napoleon. About ready to lose it. So he's like Napoleon, where he was trying to say he's a citizen. There's millionaires all over the world doing business, but he's about ready to lose it. So we lost him in Schultz's army. So Schultz was army as well. They were having problems. Like they're in the army, can't just sell their book. Can't just market their book of Starbucks. The book of Starbucks. So the book of Starbucks, where they can't just sell their book and go to Toastmasters. So they have a book to go to Toastmasters. Plead their case that the army says they're selling secrets to China. No white supremacists. Keep us busy with China, huh? So we had money. There's millionaires and billionaires all over the world. We could just sell this book at Toastmasters. Couldn't get along. So they have stuff. They could just sell their book. You could just go to Toastmasters. They have to be to the victor goes the spoils. Love is a battlefield, huh? They can't just market their book at Toastmasters. They have to have a grudge with their family, be like the army. So there's millionaires and billionaires all over the world, but they can't just do business. You have to get a fight with people. Meddlesome people in your rights first. Can't just go to Toastmasters with their book. Get people's faces, go through stuff. Il Journal, going through people's stuff, selling stuff to China. Il Journal. Say the army wrecked their lives because you're going through people's stuff to sell stuff to like China, right? So they're going through people's stuff like Il Journal, and they can't just sit there. They're still going through people's stuff. They're still trying to sell their secrets to China. They can't. They said that they wrecked their lives because they can't do anything except cause trouble. So their business plan was to go through your stuff and sell your secrets to China, and that's why the army wrecked their lives, and that's why they got whacked by meddling, going through people's stuff. Their beliefs are white supremacists. Il Journal, going through people's stuff, selling secrets to China. That's why he whacked him, because he's going through people's stuff and he's smearing people. Can't just go to Toastmasters to talk his book, right? Jade, right? Jade, Chinese gangsters, really not nice people. So we have stuff to make here, like little sky dogs, little China right here, making slip casting little sky dogs for Western. They already had stuff, right? Americans had stuff to make like fine porcelain sky dogs with they already had stuff. They had the precious gifts for your kids, right? Little precious little sky dogs from right here, make for your kids. So going to China, getting in trouble, huh? They have to get in trouble. They have to get in fights. They're gangsters. They have to fight people, get in fights. Little Chinese sky dogs. No, it's fine China person. They have to get in fights. They have to go over there, get in fights. China, Schultz, and people up here have to go in fight. I know they have to. They don't pay for stuff. Fine porcelain dolls. Little finest silk porcelain dolls too can be made with lentils to lentil beanbag dolls. Yeah, you can. Still can make them for linen, finding soap, finding porcelain, trained dolls to this day. They just really have to go to fights with China. Now the funniest dolls right here, highly collectible. They just have to be gangsters to get a fight with China.